It's that old question, who knew what and when? Not just from the State Department on that doctored briefing video involving Fox's James Rosen, but now from another incident at the White House over an edited briefing transcript. To Florida Republican Congressman Ron DeSantis and the House Oversight Committee. Will you bring us up to speed on this latest incident, a doctored transcript from the White House?
Well, it was a very clear question about whether anyone's lied. Can you guarantee, they asked the White House press secretary, that no one in the White House lied about the Iran deal? And the press secretary very clearly said, no, I can't. And then they went ahead after the fact and edited and say, oh, well, his response was inaudible. Well, it's clearly audible. And so this is a second major example as it pertains to the Iran deal, where after the fact, video or transcripts are being edited. And the question is who's ordering that done? Who's doing it? And we need to get answers. It is important because this is changing the historical record. What the White House press secretary says and what the State Department briefing officer says is a historical record. This is what our government is saying. And if you go back after the fact and change it, you're messing around with the historical record. That's what's happening here. Oh, you are. And look, to be clear, with the Iran deal, this is part of a pattern of deception. The Ben Rhodes interview, he was honest about it. He said, yeah, look, we were creating this fake echo chamber. And so you have deliberate attempts to basically change the facts in order to massage the Iran deal. But here's the thing. They say, well, we don't know who ordered it deleted. Look, this wasn't an immaculate deletion. Somebody said to order it, and they claim that they can't find out who it was. We're going to find out who it was, and people need to be held accountable. Are you going to the Secretary of State, John Kerry, and saying, find out about this? Are you demanding from the Secretary of State the answer? We are, and then we're also asking the Inspector General of the State Department to investigate it and report back to us. This shouldn't be that difficult to figure out. Do you bring him before a congressional committee in some way, or do you write a letter saying, hey, tell us, please? Well, we've already done the letters, and so those are out. I imagine we're going to have people appearing in front of the committee testifying under oath about who knew what, when, and why, and how did this end up happening. To so many people, it would seem like just a storm in a teacup, that it's not that big a deal. You edit a tape, you change a transcript. It's not that big a deal. That's what people are going to say, and your response is? Well, look, is that the type of government you want that's going to be essentially engaging in propaganda rather than being open and transparent about the facts, and especially the facts about an issue as critical as the Iran deal? I think the American people want transparency and openness. Do you think the Iran deal is falling to pieces? I think so. Look, they're firing missiles. They're saying death to America still. They have a huge influx of cash, and they're flexing their muscles throughout the Middle East. So has it made the world safer? I think it's made the world more dangerous. Congressman Ron DeSantis from Florida, thanks for joining us. So appreciate it. Thank you.